Hey vlog, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, my name is Alexis and I make food, fitness, and lifestyle content. And today we are going grocery shopping. Now I know y'all have seen me do like little snippets of getting groceries, but a lot has changed since then. I'm currently seeing a new dietitian just for my PCOS, and I haven't really learned anything yet. There's more of an in-depth appointment this upcoming week. But this week we are prioritizing whole foods and just trying to make sure that we're getting in healthy whole foods. I'm not sure exactly what's considered PCOS friendly yet, but I think this week will be along those lines. I do have PCOS. If you don't know what that is, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome, which means there's cysts on your ovaries. And I personally have it because I have an IUD, which is one of those birth control things that they insert, and I've had it for a while. That's why I have PCOS, because it causes irregular periods and all that stuff. And what it also causes is an insulin resistance. Same thing as diabetic, along those lines, same symptoms. So it is handled a little bit differently, but yes, and it is really important for me to have a dietitian. Even though I know a lot about nutrition, I do have a nutrition specialty with my certification, but I still don't know when it comes to specifics of, like, especially my diet with PCOS and what to do. Your insurance or are insured, you should check if your insurance covers it, because I found out mine covers it 100%. So what I'm going to do is show you how I plan out our groceries. One, as a gym girl, and two, as someone who cooks for two with two different goals. For me, we have a wedding coming up, so I want to slim down to look nice for that wedding. And on the other hand, my boyfriend, who's the other one I cook for, he wants to bulk because he is an athlete and he needs to gain weight prior to the season starting, which doesn't start till late July. So we have some time to do that. And thirdly, someone who is on a budget. I don't make $1 million, and also I try to use a card that has a certain set amount budget each month. And this month we have $65 to use per week, and usually I really don't even go over 40. This week we are calculated to be at 53 because of everything that we are getting, but this is a higher, more expensive week than usual. Usually it's about 40 bucks. So if you like what you see and you think this is helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm now going to show you how I plan out my groceries. As you can kind of see on this list, how I have groceries on here. Basically what I do is we do meal prep in our house. I plan exactly what we're gonna do for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it's just like some regular stuff, even if we just cook it every day or if it's prepped out, just to see what we need. And then I go through the closest grocery stores, and for us that is Walmart, Aldi's, Harris Teeter, and Food Lion. There are the 4 grocery stores that are by us, and I see what's cheaper. Usually it ends up between Walmart and Aldi's. Sometimes Food Lion pops up in there. We are in the town in the area that Food Lion was founded in, so we typically have cheaper prices on things because the distribution center is right there. But typically it falls in Walmart or Aldi's, and as you can see on here, I initial what store it's at. A is for Aldi's, W is for Walmart, and if there's not an initial, I can get it at either store because they're relatively the same price, and I list the price with it, and if it matches what will fit in our budget, and basically whatever's cheaper. And you can see I have the budget at the top, and what I like to do is make sure I have the receipt from the first store that I go to, and then the second store I'll add up as I'm going, and then I leave a list of what's left over from money and what we could get at Sam's Club this week in the future. I know a lot of people do not like to go to 2 stores or more. I typically go to 2 stores. Like I said, usually it's Walmart or Aldi's, and that is just because I want to get anything as cheap as possible, and we're kind of lucky of where we live. The Walmart and the Aldi's are on the same street. I know not everybody has that situation, but if they're next to each other, it's not as much of a hardship for me as it would be if it's completely out of somebody's way. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is, since I have some stuff, a lot more stuff to get at Walmart that is frozen and needs to be refrigerated quicker, we're gonna go to Aldi's first and then go to Walmart and then head on home. So I'm going to record for you in the store, in both Aldi's and Walmart, to the best of my ability. I'm gonna try to get the mic set up right here and go from there. But yeah, so I just want to show you that before we go. And so let's head on to the grocery store. Really quickly, I did want to show you my outfit as well. This is the Honor Active straight leg pants in granite blue and their new tank top, all soft motion. And I totally see the hype. At first I was like, why is everybody hyping over these pants? They sold out really quickly, and I now see why. And I absolutely love them for rest days, especially these because they have a built-in sports bra. And I would say for Honor Active, I do have the bigger chest size, so it's a little, this is really helpful and I feel really supported in it. So yeah, I don't have a code with them. I wish I did, but Honor Active, if you're seeing this, y'all, I love you. So anyways, let's get ready to go to the grocery store.
I just realized I have not been recording this whole time. We got Gala apples for $2.99. Strawberries were on sale for $1.79 each. We got 2 packs of those. Got a bunch of bananas. Romaine hearts because they're cheaper. The thin sliced bread, which is a dupe to the David's bread, I think. Dave's bread. And then the lightly salted cakes. The bread was $3.09 and the lightly salted cakes were $2.75. I am gonna grab some strawberry lemonade for my boyfriend because it's only $1.99. Bacon is next for us here, and we also need cream cheese for the recipe we're about to get. The cream cheese is only $1.75, and we're making it with Philly cheesesteak casserole this evening. And $4.35 for center cut bacon as well. But yeah, I've got everything I need, so I'm gonna go check out and then I'll catch y'all in Walmart. All right, so we are in Walmart. All right, so we are looking for peppers. This one is the only one they got, so we're just gonna go with it. And then I don't see any green ones. And I can use it for other meals. So this is $2.74. We need frozen broccoli too, just for meals. There they are. I get the 32-ounce bag, so the 2-pound bag, for $2.74. And frozen, honestly, just lasts us longer instead of buying original, unless it's like a small meal. I am gonna grab corn because my boyfriend loves corn, and he's kind of over broccoli. I'm never over broccoli, but we're gonna grab corn, and that's 98 cents. Next, we're getting an Italian cheese blend for $3.78. Need cottage cheese, so I'm gonna get the small one for $2.24. So we need the Greek plain and the Greek vanilla for multiple recipes, and these are $3.54 each. We're gonna grab 2 of these. They're a little bit on the expensive side, but they're $1.34 each, and I got the s'mores flavor and the salted caramel flavor. All right, lastly, we need milk, and we get the 2% gallon. And this one is $2.16.
All right, so here are all of our groceries, and like I said, we spent $56 on everything, and the total items is 22 here. So if you do the math, we almost spent like $2 on everything. I don't know how accurate that math is, but that's fine. So let's just take a look at everything we've got. Let's start with produce first. We've got raspberries, strawberries, apples,
romaine hearts, and bananas. Some extra stuff today is the strawberry lemonade and then the white chocolate chips, which we'll be using for recipe. Only meat we got in this one was bacon. And for dairy, we've got an Italian style cheese bun, 2% milk, cottage cheese, 2 tubs of yogurt, Greek yogurt to be exact, and cream cheese. If you've never seen this name before, it's basically just light cream cheese, less fat, low fat, that kind of stuff. And then bread-wise, we've got this dupe of Dave's bread and rice cakes. Along with dairy, we got these 2 mini yogurts. And for the frozen produce section, we got pepper, onions, broccoli, and sweet corn. So with these meals, basically what I'm going to make with a plain yogurt is I use sour cream substitute, and I'm going to be making those protein bagels with them this week, the ones that you were seeing all over TikTok. The fruits we just pair with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, depending on what it is. Snacks especially, we use the apples especially for peanut butter and apples as a pre-workout snack, kind of getting in that fuel. The plain Greek yogurt or the vanilla is used for just as a snack for the most part, and then milk is kind of a given using for everything. Cheese is used for a recipe along with the peppers this week, and that will be a Philly cheesesteak casserole. And bread is for PB&Js, toast, whatever we use it for, and to get extra fiber in. And then the rice cakes are for snacks as well. So as you can see, I really planned out what we're eating and what we need, what we don't need, how we can not be wasteful during this period and save money when groceries are getting really expensive. I mean, these strawberries were $1.79, so absolutely was doing that. And yeah, so here's some life hacks are buying the romaine hearts instead of buying the lettuce packs and just getting the individual stuff. It'll save you money because you can just chop them up, and it tends to give you a lot more than what the lettuce packages get, and the lettuce packages cost more money. Let's see. Italian style blend is really nice and saves you money because it has multiple styles of cheese, and so you can use it in multiple recipes. Frozen over fresh for me, and non-organic over organic, because 1, it saves more money, and 2, there are studies that show that frozen food does not affect the nutrients at all over fresh food. So buying frozen strawberries would not affect the freshness just like fresh strawberries would, or the nutrients that are in it. Organic as well, there's not enough studies to show that organic is more beneficial than regular right now. There could be more standards as time goes on, but for the time being, non-organic is not worth extra $2 if there's not enough studies to prove that it's even worth it. So yeah, if you like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I can elaborate more or do meals explaining this kind of stuff. And yeah, I hope this was really helpful and might be able to help you budget out your groceries, and I will see you all next time. Bye.